everybody, welcome to yet another video of vintage TV and radio stuff. Today I'm presenting to you the GE Model 7-4230A Spacemaker AM/FM radio with programmable appliance outlet. What a great convenience feature that is, huh? This goes back to the mid-'80s when we were all trying to save some space in our kitchen. Too many gadgets, too many other things crowding out the countertop area, so GE decided to invent this product that basically mounted underneath a kitchen cabinet. It kind of peeked out from underneath there, and you could listen to the radio with it. You could see what time it was. And this one has that programmable appliance outlet that allows you to turn the outlet on whenever you like. Let's say, for example, you have one of those old-fashioned coffee percolators, or maybe you had a Mr. Coffee without the timer. Some of them didn't have that back then, I think. So you just plugged your coffee pot into the outlet, set the time to go off at like 5 o'clock, 5:30 before you got up in the morning. The outlet would come on, and if you remember to turn the Mr. Coffee on, or the percolator was plugged in right, it would begin to make coffee for you. Just in time for you to get up in the morning. Crock pots, obviously another thing that you could use with this programmable outlet. So it kind of came in handy. Let's take a look at the front first of all. We have your light switch right here. There's a little light way in the back that I'll show you in a little while. That allowed you to turn it off or have it on low or high power. You had your time set, your lock and your auto set control switch there. That controlled the time, obviously, and it also controlled the auto set. That was the time you wanted the outlet to start to work, for example. And then your hour and minute buttons next to that. The main attraction here, the outlet knob. It was either on or off. On the auto position, that's where you could program it to go, you know, on at a certain point. And then there was also a timer where you could set the product to time down from any number of minutes you wanted, which came in handy, obviously, as well. On the right, you've got your AM/FM band and the on-off button for the radio. Off to the right side, you had a tuning knob, volume knob, and the AM/FM selector switch. Here in the back, you can see the light bulb itself there. That's the original light bulb that came with this when I bought this at Goodwill recently, and it still works just fine. Also on the, which would be the top of the unit, you've got the information about it, and then you've got these three connection points where you would actually have to drill a hole into the bottom of your kitchen cabinetry and then put these screws in with these washers. And then you had spacers here to make it look nice between when it went through the bottom of your kitchen cabinetry and connected to the top of the unit here. And then over here is the appliance outlet itself with all the specs you need to know so you don't blow a fuse or something like that. And of course it would be positioned like this, so all the writing would be you know, right side up. All right, we've got it plugged in now, and it's flashing 12. So that means I need to set the time, obviously. So I'm going to set this to time set and hit the hours. I'll just make it 2 a.m. Put it back on lock. Now you'll notice that the outlet is on off. And I will flip it to on. And you can see that little decorative object over there. The little light went on. So that'll be what this is going to be powering, just a light fixture like this. Imagine that's a crock pot or a coffee maker, I guess. So I'll turn it back off again. Now, I want to set it for auto. So I want to set the time that this light will go on. I'm going to put it to auto set and set it for 2:05. It's 2:01 right now. So I'll flip it to auto. And at 2:05, the light should come on. In the meantime, I'm going to try the radio. The radio is a little sensitive with the button here. So hopefully I'll get this to work. There we go.
Yeah, man, but the match we're looking at today, game, it looks...
Volume control's a little scratchy, but not too bad. So yeah, you can get some good reception down here on this radio. Sounds pretty good. I believe the speaker is right under here. Sure enough, look at that.
Continuous hit country, Coyote 93.
There you go.
It's just...
Yeah, the radio works quite well, actually. So that's a good thing. Flip over to AM. And see if we can get our one station in here.
If I gotta pick two teams right now heading to the national championship, it has
sounds
to be
pretty good.
Between going,
so that's
Zach Edie, them boys going at it.
Yeah, not too bad. And then to turn your radio off, you just hit that off button and it goes off. The lights is right there. And of course, this light will shine underneath here. That little opaque plastic cover. That's low, by the way, and this is high. So that would, you know, make sure you had a little bit of light on your countertop space there while you were preparing food or what have you. Now, of course, this auto thing is still waiting for 2:05 a.m. So we're going to speed things along a little bit for you, and we'll see if that light comes on when it hits 2:05. Okay, it's getting close to 2:05. We'll keep an eye on that light to see if it comes on at 2:05 a.m. Because that's the perfect time to turn on that lamp when the moon is out and the angel is fishing for whatever it's fishing for. And look at that. The light is on. You hear an audible click as well, and it also displays in red that the light is indeed on, which is kind of cool. Now you can turn it right off again if you want, and leave it on all day if you like, or what have you. Now, here's the timer. This allows you to set the timer. It counts down in this case. I'm just going to count way down to like 2 minutes, maybe a minute. And then we will see what that sounds like. All right, our timer's down to a minute. I'm not sure if I have to lock this now or not, but I'm going to lock it anyway on that position. And this doesn't matter. I think if you leave it on timer... Oh, now, yeah, that messes it up. So that's not going to work. I thought you might be able to flip it off of timer while it's still timing, but that doesn't work. It cancels the timer, obviously, so I'm going to try this one more time. Okay, so let's say you're doing some more cooking. You're maybe in the living room tidying up a little bit, and the cake is almost done. One more minute before that cake's ready in the oven, and we'll speed things up and see if the timer goes off and what the timer sounds like, for that matter. There you go. All right, makes a cool little beeping noise that drives you insane until you turn it off. There you go. It makes you wonder if you can set this for the radio too. I don't know. But then anyway, that's how that works. So there you go. It's the GE model 7-4230A Spacesaver AM/FM radio with programmable appliance outlet. As you may notice, this is an interesting kind of yellow color, but when you tilt it up, it's more white on the top than yellow in the front. Also, you might notice that this volume control seems to be a little more white on one part of the knob than the other. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So you can kind of tell the difference there. Tells me somebody either smoked in the house or something to that effect. Because that is one yellowy looking front panel for something that was supposed to be white originally. All right, that's going to do it for today's Vintage TV and Radio Stuff video. The 100th video I've done, by the way. And I appreciate everybody who's subscribed to the channel and watches the videos and makes the comments. You keep on doing that, and I'll be back with more Vintage TV and Radio Stuff down the road. Thanks for watching.